Okay, hey everybody. How is everybody doing? Thanks for tuning in. Okay, here we go. She's still currently live as I'm doing this. She's been on for like over 3 hours. Um, I think right now they're just bullshitting. They're not really talking about anything. Like they've gotten into the food portion of the conversation, movies, that sort of thing. You know what she typically does towards the end of her live streams. But the beginning, first 2 hours of this thing, I mean, she was talking so much trash about people, just vile things that she was saying. Like, I don't know. I guess she's fully embracing the villain era, I guess you could say. So I'm going to react to this. I might skip through portions of this when it gets kind of dull. But yeah, let's get into it.
How should I get rid of it? Woot. Need some room with a second. I am on antibiotics. They didn't want to cut it open, so because it popped, but I don't know. Steak and cheese. The meat pie's like dry and chewy. They tasted good, but they were dry and chewy. And I was not satisfied. I was like, what the hell is this? It's disgusting. Yeah, I'll probably just bite it off.
And by the way, I don't know why she's doing these live streams with like a blank screen. It's kind of weird. I have no idea why she's doing it. Maybe because she's by herself in the room. I don't know.
Dr. Pimple Popper. Clippers. I get them a lot. I hate them. Yeah. Anyway, it's my boil. I can handle it. I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't even know why this is a topic of
I don't watch Big Brother,
conversation
no.
still.
Someone said Salah licks your boil clean. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they would. Amoebas on legs. Like, you know what Gore World reactors remind me of? You know, like their insults? You know when Lisa on The Simpsons became a vegetarian? And those two twin bullies in her class were like, Lisa's a vegetarian. Haha, Lisa's a carrot. You're a carrot, aren't you, Lisa? And then she was like, yes, I'm a carrot. That's exactly the situation here. Hi, Justine.
That would be you.
I'm a boil. Right, okay. Something to do with dairy? I don't know. The fact is, no one is a doctor. No one in Gore World has examined me. No one has a fucking camera to see what I do outside of my live streams or videos. Hey, Minna, Heather.
How do you know nobody's a doctor out here? You don't know that. You don't know what professions people have in this strange Gore World universe, Chantal.
So, you can't really be talking shit out of your gobs, can you? Anyone can get a boil, yeah. True. Shani is a boil. How do you know I lay in bed all day eating? I go out more than the reaction channels ever show, but okay. Right, I lay in bed all day eating, okay. And even if I did, what's that to you, Pippi Longnipples?
First of all, what do you mean more than we show? We show what you post, so you lay in bed all day eating.
Affect your life. You literally have no life if you're in here commenting. Like,
oh God,
I don't get it.
Well, then I guess...
Right. So what if I do? I do that a long time. Yeah, sure. Nope, not 400 pounds.
So then I guess your beezers have no life because they're in there commenting. Especially Teardrop. Exactly, Teardrop.
And so are all the reactors. They're all obese too. So. No, they're not. They're here because they like me. You're here just starting shit. Like, you could do better things with your life. Go touch grass. Right? Hi, Stacy. It's actually a paper taped to my camera, Kit Kat. Hey, Kitty Charms. Sometimes I don't feel like camming up. Like the reactors. Hey, Vanessa. They're hate mobs. Yeah, true, Natasha.
Hate mob.
I'm here because... right, who cares? I'm here because it's chilling. My blood pressure stays stable here. Just chilling in PJs. Like, if I want to lay in bed and be 600 pounds, and not go to the doctor for my boil, it's none of your fucking business.
Then don't
That's pretty much
post
how
it.
it is. Like, I don't know what else to say about that.
It wouldn't be anybody's business if you didn't post it, but you post all of this stuff. So yeah, we're going to react and comment to it. Shut up.
Poot Lovato mean. Belle, thank you. Macy days? No, the shisha makes my mouth dry. Yeah, Lorraine. Oh my god. Yeah, you could be a abuser. Hey, screenshot. Hey, Blacks. I totally agree with that, Blacks. No probiotics yet. I have to order some. Macy, what? Aw, sorry to hear that, Blacks. I hope life gets easier for you.
I don't care.
Sport, I would come in fourth just so I wouldn't have to walk up to the podium. That's like,
Skip.
ew, I hate boils.
About the boils still.
When I was in high school, why is there bite marks on your Bible? What? When I was in high school, they would make me do,
High school story again.
and money doesn't make you happy, you know? Like, before, when I had, like, 25 grand a month, it wasn't, like, often that I had that much.
Now
but,
it's
like,
25
I would just
grand.
blow it on, like, crap.
Oh, it's gone from 19 to 20, now it's 25. Okay.
Because I tried to find happiness in buying things, and it never did. It made me happy for 5 minutes. They were abortion shaming you now. But it's funny that Shani, like, Harry played a clip of Shani and Rev freaking out how the world has to change and how people should, like, they were speaking.
And by the way, this is what's going on in the chat, because I don't have the chat here, because I really don't give a shit. There's little tattletellers in Chantal's chat watching Shani, because I guess Shani and Rev, whatever his name is, they're sniping, as well as Just Breezin'. She's sniping, and there's tattletellers over there. So they're watching those other snipes, and then they're coming back and tattletelling. So this is what's kind of setting Chantal off during this one.
Abortion rights. They're just hypocrites, you know? And I did it at the time because I knew I couldn't take care of a kid in my state. I was the first one. I was very young.
That's not
and
what
honestly,
you
at least I
said.
knew that I couldn't take care of of my kids. Just like you, Shani, you can't take care of your kids.
Didn't she say she had a shmushmortion because she didn't want the baby to turn out like Pete's, because Pete's has some, developmental delays, and she didn't want a baby like that? I swear that's what she said.
You've given them a lifetime of trauma, that's for sure. Yeah, okay. Sorry, but abortion, even in Islam, I read up to a certain point, it's not haram unless it's like past a certain amount of months. And that's not for you to decide. Like, it's like, they can't shame me for it because I'm not ashamed. It's not something that, it's in my past, So, hi, Candace. Exactly. Whatever. Imagine blowing.
I don't think anybody is shaming her for having that procedure. I think where the people have a problem with it is because that type of procedure is not a method of birth control, and that's what it seems like you were using it for. I think that's where the problem is.
Of thousands of dollars and losing your children and having the balls to critique. Yep. They are filth. True, Caribou. They literally live in their own filth. I'm sorry, but I think that abortion is not even as immoral as beating your children. So, like, isn't there a clip of, like, Rev, or whatever, Skeletor, saying that he literally, like, kicked him in the ribs and punched him in the face? Yeah, Shani's with the man who kicked her son in the ribs and punched him in the face. Really nice.
Yeah, but the thing is, the problem with that is you were all up in there. You were a mod for their channel, and you were accepting money from them, and you knew all of this all along. So I don't think it's really fair for you to attack Breezy like you've been doing. And I don't even know why she's in there, but I mean, that's her own deal she wants to do. But you have no place to talk, Chantal. Just because you're on the outs with them, you're still guilty of the same bullshit.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I know law office. Exactly. How glad they are that I don't have kids. I can tell you I wouldn't be beating them and I wouldn't let them sleep in a friggin' filthy bed. My sheets are always clean. You wear a bed skirt as a shirt.
Your sheets aren't
And you're going to
clean.
say that you're thinner than me? Miss Bed
You don't take showers, so your sheets aren't clean.
Skirt. I would never judge anyone for making a choice not to raise a baby. Yeah. Yeah. I've gone through a lot of, like, changes on my mind on that, you know? I don't know. I think up to a certain point, it's your decision. It's your body. Chantal would be a cute, funny mom. Thanks, Teardrop.
I don't think so. No way.
She's at least 500.
Chantal
Okay,
Chantal is that type of mother. I don't know if you've seen these movies. Typically like a Lifetime movie, because they have those creepy mom movies. Chantal would either be the mother to get jealous of her own daughter because the daughter looks better, or she would ignore a man pedophiling the child and ignore it. Chantal's that type.
9-year-old. She does. She wears a bed skirt. Rosa. She sits there with, like, black teeth in a bed skirt, living in filth, criticizing me. Okay. It's a deep personal choice, yeah. The first time I was young and just really scared. And I had it done pretty early on, like very, very early. And I was just like, like being a parent terrifies me. Like, no. Exactly. The only reason she has the views now is because she's talking about me. She's just a parrot. Like, you know, she shits in a 5-gallon bucket. Excuse me, Judy, a 5-gallon commode. She has no room to talk about anything.
Why does she say, like, make fun of the word commode? I know there's some people that use that word commode. It's a common word for some people.
Because she's so much worse. I'm glad I'm not a mom, yep.
Wow.
Pete didn't want a kid at all. No, yeah, he did. Yeah, what the hell? It's sad to say people, like, yeah, usually the ones who have so much. And people who have kids, bring kids into this world, give them a traumatic life. You know? Who shits in a damn bucket? There's this guy in the UK, I think. He has like 15 kids and they all live in a friggin' council house. They all barely get anything to eat. What kind of friggin' life is that?
Could be a good life. There's some people, who are you to judge a family like that? There's some people that live like that and they have a happy life. They're not abused or anything like that because they get love. So, yeah. Are you jealous?
It's freaking hard. Someone that doesn't feel they are really shouldn't be forced into it, yeah. I just don't, Kat. I don't know. Iona, hello? Abuse and neglect, yeah. It is. It's gross. Yeah, same here, Sarah. She might have broken the toilet. I can barely walk, but I'll freaking crawl to the toilet before I shit in a bucket. She can go walk to a bathroom. She's just too fat.
She's not. She's not.
The life alert.
And we're all fat.
If you can
We're
put your
all
leg up
obese.
to your head and do sit-ups, get on the ground to do sit-ups and back up again. When you fall, you can get up and you can walk yourself to a toilet. That's just like. Okay, Missy. We're just having bees and discussions. Right. I mean, come on. Whatever. She gets on all fours for him to wipe you. I mean, I might huff and puff and have a hard time if I walk too much, but I'll still go out and F and do it. I don't care.
Please.
Huff and puff and sweat. I don't care. I'm not letting it prevent me from leaving the house. I'll just walk, have a seat, but I'm never going to just lay down and have someone wipe my ass for me. That was for 30.
That's your future.
Ew. Hey, Hidden Sapphire. Well, I just figured my boil's so freaking popular, I may as well make a channel for it. Hey, Rudy. Can we make fun of the cankle? He's the weirdest looking creature I've ever seen in my life. I saw a video on Kate Winslet's channel. Hey, Candace, what the hell? He's like... okay, to be fair, I heard DC Media say this, but he's a fat Pauly Shore. It's strange. I don't know.
I'm skipping. Whatever.
Is the same girl with Josh? No. Hey, Ristana? No. That's another person. Okay, 6U. A hairy back. Like, how are you going to talk about Salah having no money? You literally had to get an Airbnb and, like, for Gorlig. And now he's all happy. I make money off of Gore World reactions. Like, that's a flex.
They're talking about...
I'm telling you, there's some things in the world that don't have a price, and dignity and manhood is one of them. 2 of them.
Which your husband doesn't have. Gorlick bread probably has more than your husband, so stop it. Come on. Get out of here.
She's funny and has more personality, yeah. Yeah, Boozy has no personality, you're right.
Oh my god.
She has no personality. Not really, Kins. It wasn't much of a culture shock. I mean, a little bit, but it wasn't, like, shocking, you know? Boozy's saying you need to feed your husband and saying that you look insane. Yeah, okay. She has nothing. No comebacks.
Agree.
No comebacks. You need to feed your boyfriend. What are you feeding him? Those dry-ass cold cuts? Chia seed pudding? Get the fuck out of here.
What? Why is she stuck on the cold cuts? Because because Breezy had a charcuterie board for Christmas, and what is Chantal jealous? She keeps talking about them cold cuts. Dang, Chantal, jealous of the cold cuts from Pasadena?
I don't know how anyone can stand her. Her personality is telling the viewers how they could never understand her life of pain and resilience. Yeah, they'll talk like that. I'm talking, I'm in such a better place now. Talking all uplifting and positivity, and then go right back to, okay, now, Foodie Beauty is a fupa. Let's talk about her fupa. That's all they have. Meanwhile, Isaac said she was roast beef sandwich down there, so maybe that's why she likes buying roast beef for Christmas Eve.
Then I guess you like roast beef because of Dee Dee then, right?
My husband's a big man, he's not starving. Rosa. I have no idea, Lan. What's with the... YouTube lover, what's with the doorknob in Gunlick? I love when Gunlick goes on self-righteous tirades, sanctimonious tirades. I love it, it's so funny. Nothing dries up ovaries faster than Gunlick. I can guarantee it. Ew. Yeah, okay. Loves to be seen in public with her. Bitch, we had a whole entire couples channel, loser.
We had? Did you catch that? She said we had an entire couples channel. So I guess the couples channel is over then?
Yeah, I know. We should do a reaction night of, like, funny, like, just laugh at these clowns. Their videos. They're friggin' hilarious.
Is it just me? I don't know, but not seeing her and just hearing her voice, the smugness is more intense for some reason. I'm feeling kind of punchy. LOL. I don't know. She just seems a little bit more smuggy.
I can't believe I taped my camera. I'm out of shisha. I need more. I need to make more sheesh. She needs to wear a straight jacket is right. Carrie, frig. I didn't know you were. Bees are here, Carrie. Hi, Blue Lace. Lori Darnell. Hey, Nicole. I can't wait to watch the trial of the Brian Koberger trial in August. Oh my gosh. Is it going to be publicized? Hello, Nitty. Even if it's not publicized, there's going to be news outlets that do a play-by-play like they did with the Delphi.
Fast forward.
Life since over 4 years, earning from your content and thinking 24/7 of you. It is freaky. I know she knows this also. Not normal. She's not normal. I don't know, Kat. Socially awkward? Okay. Because they're stupid. I really have no idea what you're even talking about. Breezy, your 7-Eleven $5 BJ shift is about to start. How dull it must be to have no past. To have no life experience to grow and learn from. Exactly. Shady makes things seem like they weren't as bad as they were. Of course. She cannot at all take any responsibility. Is this the new normal? Why? Because I did it a couple of times. Why is it okay for reactors to never cam up, but me when I do it once or twice? It's a problem. They all live in one sewer together, sharing one brain. Yeah. Oh yeah, so talking about Salah again. You were ready to go take a plane of your own money to go suck off Isaac till he's pink when he probably has a baby wean. Okay, that makes sense. To live with your parents or off your parents all your life until age 42. It's insane. She should hide in a corner or under.
So what?
She should be embarrassed.
Why?
Talking about someone else's life choice.
A lot of people live with their parents, and what makes you think like she's living with her parents in that way? You know, some people live with their parents and actually take care of their parents. And even if they're living with their parents because they can't afford because of the economy today, there's no shame in that, Chantal. So why even say something like that? I mean, you're basically homeless yourself. If you moved back to Canada, you wouldn't be able to afford rent. You don't have any credit to buy a house. So what are you talking about? Shut up.
Okay. Oh, orange purple, just talking crap. I'm okay, Layla. I'm just venting. Jason kicked an autistic kid in the ribs and went to jail for it. Now it was just a slap on the head. Okay, Jason, you may try to forget it, but that kid will never forget. He didn't go to jail just for slapping on the head. There's no way. He said, punched in the face, kicked in the ribs. I don't understand why people are defending reactors who insult and shame people, and they have the shittiest past themselves. Welcome to Gore World, Sarah. I know you're fairly new. I'm glad you have a brain unlike all of them. Hey, Blue Lace. Yeah, I know. Shani's own mother said Shani laid around the house crying to be with Jason so she would never have to work. Yeah, her own parents couldn't stand her. Breezy can't make her own content, and she won't stop talking about Salah. She's just mad because Salah called her ugly. Another rejection. Even King Cobra rejected you. That's rough. How does it feel to be rejected by King Cobra? He chose Nal over you.
How does it feel to get rejected by that Egyptian guy? Damn.
Someone would rather date someone that the internet thinks is the most craziest woman on the internet than you. No matter how many pathetic, laced-up freaking pantyhose you try to put on and a band t-shirt at your age is freaking embarrassing. Get some dignity and act like a woman. You were rejected by him. That's sad. Just unemployed today. Oh God, YouTube lover. They are losers doing it for money. It's time for a Dr. Now impression.
Here we go.
Breezy? Never. What are you doing paying for an Airbnb? What are you doing paying for an Airbnb?
Yeah, true, Layla. We'll just talk shit today and then try to be, I don't know. Gorlick is over 40 and lives with his mother. They should not even dare to speak on anyone who's independent, right? They should, Sarah, I know.
How do you know he doesn't take care of his mother? I mean, that's a good son doing something like that. So there's no shame in that. You guys are just jealous you probably don't have sons to do that.
Crystal.
So stupid. So dumb argument.
Get a life, people, Nicole. Breezy, stop threatening Chantel because we will report you about what you were saying about Salah. Go ahead, report me. Do you think anyone here is going to care? They're going to look at your channel and think you're friggin' disgusting, so who cares? Hi, Vegas doll. Having, defaming somebody here, causing internet drama here, if you're, other residents here, other Kuwaitis, may be illegal here. But some dipshit in America who's a bully, I don't think anyone's going to give a shit. But do it. I don't give a crap. That's great, cool. Yeah, Shani and Rev were like, we're going to call Kuwaiti authorities for animal neglect. Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
that's eventually, honestly, I think that's eventually going to catch up to her. I mean, you can't push that, push it so far. I think that's part of she gets off on that sort of thing. I think she likes to push things to the closest part of the edge that she can get it to see it, like, what will happen. Like that, she gets off on that shit.
In history. They're ban evading, Shani and Rev, they are. Yep. Oh, did we get a Breezy rage? How does it feel, Breezy? Yeah. Rage. It's what she lives for. Rage. Oh, we got Foodie Beauty has a rage. Rosa. Yeah, they would need an international plan, number one, to begin with. I don't know how they're so poor, but Shani's so fat. Like, I'll admit, I eat a lot. You need to spend a lot of money eating to get this fat.
What?
I really think she's starving Rev. I'm not joking. I'm really being
serious. I
serious.
don't know how they're so poor and Shani's so fat. What about you? Can you explain that? Or are you rich?
It's true. You gotta spend, there's no way. Listen, if you want to say I'm poor, there's no way. We need a lot of money to eat like I do. And eat this good.
So now she's flexing that she's not poor. Like, are you serious right now? Give me a break. Usually, typically, statistically, it shows that people morbidly obese like you, Chantal, are technically usually poor people because that's the crap food is typically marketed towards that demographic. So you fit right in there. So don't try to flex and come on here behaving as if you're some rich bitch because you're not.
See, that's what I don't get. They want to report, but they can insult Sarah. Make it. This is why she's stunted mentally. These are all adult women, Sarah. Okay, I do this once in a while. What they call a rage is really just giving it right back to them. But my channel is about me. All my videos are about me. We bees usually on live streams. I do impressions. I eat.
Impressions.
I have a boil. Like, you know, really just like low key shit. They have their hundreds or thousands of videos making fun of me every single day. And when I give it right back to them, they want to call the authorities like a bunch of little pussies. Go cry, Boozy. Go cry to the Kuwait authorities. I'm defending myself against your pathetic Bigfoot ass. Hey, Neil. I'm okay. I'm not in a hijab. If you ever see the camera covered, it's because I don't feel like putting a hijab on, basically. When I bite back, they can't. Yeah, they're rage pigs, yeah. Hi, Mary. It's just threats. Yeah, you think you're going to silence me? Okay. You think that's going to silence me? I'll get kicked out of the country and I'll drag your ass in another country. Okay? There you go. What's
Man.
Claudia Sanders' fried chicken? Oh, you mean...
I'm telling you, with words like that, she's going to mess with the wrong one day. I'm telling you. It's going to happen. Or the wrong child one day. It's going to happen.
Colonel Sanders. Hey, Katie. At least life-saving resources are unlimited. There's no shortage of people looking out for every dog, cat, and hamster in the world. Did you see that one reactor with that friggin' weird tattoo in her head? And she's like, oh my god. She showed Howie. She showed his body. It was so vile. Go at once and report her to YouTube. Oh my god. I'm gonna go make a doll about her. Everyone do voodoo on her at once. The wings were disappointing. Yeah,
You know,
Layla, they were.
speaking of that, I believe the original person that made dolls of you was actually DC Media Girl. She's the one that originally started the dolls to make fun of you, Chantal. Maybe you need to revisit that.
I won't be waiting 45 minutes in a line ever again for that. Safe space. No, honestly, the fact that she will not stop talking about the size of Salah is so weird. How does your boyfriend feel, Breezy, that you obsess over a man's size? Yeah, right? She has never seen it. Like, you know, like, don't worry. I'm good with everything. He's my husband. Don't you friggin' worry about it. Roast beef sandwich. Pippi long nipples. How do you like the body shaming, bitch? Yes, cool, Abby. Fuck out. Oh my god, she's a weirdo. I've been watching Chantal for 5 years. I just never came to live chats, and yeah, you have a past that's not beautiful and perfect, but who doesn't? Yeah, exactly. Some of them have worse pasts, Sarah. You know, if we're going to compare pasts. And my present is a hell of a lot better. I know, Teardrop. The only time I ever watch them is indirectly, just like they do me, so.
Please. She
Crazy as
watches
a joke along
everything.
with Shani. And now they're best friends. Yeah, because Isaac, the guy she was simping for, she knew him for, what, 2 days? And because he was coming for me, that made her horny,
Really?
and she was all like, Isaac, I want to fly out, and I want...
Really? You're really gonna say that? How long did you know Salah? Like a day, and then you already threw a hijab on and gonna get married? Shut up.
go under your desk while you're live streaming and give you a pink one. That's exactly what she said. Have you ever black flipped off a balcony? No, Kate. Could only dream. And, like, what was my point? She'll cling. She's a clinger, stage 5 clinger. She'll cling on like a dingleberry that she is to anyone who has any bit of hate for me. That's how you need fucking help, Boozy. I don't think about you every day, trust me. Like you do me. She's an edgelord reject, I know. The nerve to talk about low-value people, Gulabi. She's a low-value woman. What the hell do you think you are? You're a circus freak. Literally.
No, she's not.
Breezy and Shani sitting in a tree. Kissing. Mena, that's what she said. She wanted to until it's pink.
She doesn't understand the low value individual comment at all. That just shows you how uneducated she is. It's so bizarre to me. Like, she's taking that term literal, and that's not what Fat Cow was talking about when she said low value individual. She doesn't understand that there's a caste system. She probably doesn't even know what a caste system is. She's a moron.
Yeah, you have to find it first, but okay. There's a hairy back. Hairy back, hairy back. Ah. Vanessa, you make me laugh. You're mostly all emojis, but when you do chime in, it's funny. Belle, she is. Why would it go pink? I don't know. I think of a dog lipstick when I, like, ew. Okay, you're legit. Salah thinks Chantal is beautiful. He thinks that you have a big nose. Yes.
Salah thinks she has a big nose.
He's always like, my pretty wife.
And it keeps growing, too. That's what's weird.
He's loving.
Please.
He's my sweet handsome. And for him to be body shamed, trust me, nobody's cry. He doesn't cry that he gets body shamed. He laughs. But the fact that people who look like Slimer body shamed him is beyond hilarious. The Susan Boyle is on its mend. Love. We need to do a love documentary part 2. What do you guys think? Everyone, give the live a like, please. If I can reach 150 likes, I'll stay on for another 2 hours. I have a big nose and she's fug. It's not always about looks.
Please, with you it is.
Didn't Billy Bob Thornton say Angelina Jolie had the personality of a sofa and she's beautiful? It's about chemistry, it's about connection, it's about a lot, you know? When you first showed Salah, don't you remember how all the reactors were drooling saying he was good looking? So what changed? They just hate you, that's all why. I would love to do a compilation of that.
I've never said he was good looking. Nice. Well, I'm a reaction channel that I've never said he was good looking. Get out of here.
Will I get another cat? Oh boy, NL. If we travel, it's just going to be one more pain. So I don't think so. I bet you those cats, those pregnant cats, they must have had their kittens by now, right? Reconnecting. Come on, guys. Thumbs up. They saw him without a shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, and he has titties.
Oh, their mouths dropped when he showed me. He's handsome. He's handsome.
Please.
I always, like, just stare at him like, you're so handsome. Like, thanks, babe. And he doesn't understand how handsome he is.
Oh, my God.
We need to kitten bees. Yes, beauty internally shines through. Yes. People took pics of his feet. Breezy was the first. He has nicer feet than her, though. Why can't a guy like a heavy woman? Exactly. He's funny, yeah. There's so many guys who like heavy women.
There's nothing wrong with guys liking heavy women, but there's something wrong with the guy that allegedly loves you talking to another younger girl saying that at least he could lift her. There's a problem there, Chantal. I don't think he likes heavy women at all. So keep telling yourself that.
You know? Julia needs her own travel channel. Maybe. Really, Rosa? Yeah. Yaba talks like she's not fat at all. The way she talks about other fat women is disturbing.
Please.
You need to take a page out of Breezy's book on how to clean a house.
First of all, Yaba calls herself a fatty. So I don't even know what you're talking about. FFG calls herself a fatty. I don't know what you're talking about. The majority of people on here who are larger sized gals admit that they're larger sized gals. There's a difference between being a plus size girl and being morbidly obese, which you are.
When have I shown my house? Like, I've shown it messy a couple of times after like a bout of depression or whatever, not feeling well, and it's been cleaned up. I show the after, right after. I clean up my house every day. It's not,
every
you're not
day,
special,
why?
Boozy. Like, ooh, yeah, you can clean your mom's house. Good for you. It's the least.
Why do you need to clean your house every day? If there's just you in there, and let's just say Glitter Tits comes over for a visit to make it look like he lives there, why is your house getting filthy that you need to clean it every day? Ew.
You can do for living rent free.
Shitting on the floor?
Hey, Nelly. You're doing aerobics and weightlifting? Listening to this? Yaba's so skinny and attractive, yeah. Maybe in the upside down.
I don't think Yaba's
she has
ugly
a room,
at
not a
all.
house. My place isn't dirty at all. It can get a little messy here and there, but not, you know. You seen the cleaning video? I can do more. Thanks, Lorraine. Yeah, she lives with her parents. You can't shame anyone's place because you don't even have your own place.
Neither do you.
She thinks she's like a rich valley girl from SoCal or something. No one can afford to live here. Neither can you, buddy. She did not say the reason she doesn't cam up is she's so attractive it scares him. What? I smell bullshit. Stop the cat.
Shut up with that. Oh my God. Don't do that. Don't say stop the cat, please. You're 41. You sound dumb. Please don't do that. Don't use the young people's terms. You sound ridiculous.
My place gets trashed quick because 2 men are sloppy pigs.
Let me guess, was that
Yep,
teardrop?
I hear ya. I'm always going around just picking up after my husband, but he doesn't ask me
What?
to. Like, he's not a dirty person. He does
Why are
tidy
you-
up. He likes a clean environment. But if I see like a wrapper or an empty soda can, I'll just go around with my garbage bag.
Lies.
Same garbage bag, I'll go by, do her litter, then do his room, where he, not his room where he sleeps, but where he like, hangs out.
His room. There you go. Another another moment for evidence of them not having the same room. Oh, LOL. Slip of the tongue, eh?
Or whatever.
Jeez.
I prefer a real lived-in atmosphere as long as there's not too much. That's good. Go. You bought your own house at 21? Wow. And she's leeching off her mom.
Man, we've had 2 houses
Yes.
and how
just
many
like
houses
taking-
have we had? We've had 2 houses and we have other properties. So yeah, when you do everything right, you kind of gain property and stuff like that. You don't know anything about that life, Chantal.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. That's, I just like to make sure he's comfortable and just do little things. Like, I don't know. Like after the shower, make sure he has clean, all clothes laid out.
Ew.
He's nice and cozy.
She lays her... Excuse me. You pick his clothes and you lay them out for him? This can't be true. This is like some weird Leave It to Beaver episode or some weird shit. There's no way she's doing that. And if she's doing that, you truly are his mother. Ew. So weird. So weird.
Bullshit. How is she so gorgeous, but she can't even bag JFS, King Cobra? That's why I don't appreciate Yaba, because she's insulting big women, but she's a big woman. Exactly, Sarah. It's mind-boggling. Yeah, you are on
Well,
Black Shadow hair.
It takes
And the
one to
thing
know
is-
one, I guess.
Show the cellulite. The thing is about that, what was I going to say? I forget. But she's still talking about my man as if he gives a shit. He's not hearing any of it, neither am
My
I.
man.
Let's see your man. You won't show him, I know you won't.
I just find it completely bizarre. I don't know, maybe because I've been married for so long, for a grown woman to come on here and be like, you talking about my man, like to say my man, that's just like so childish and immature. And if you were secure in your fake relationship, you wouldn't have to be saying my man. It's ridiculous.
Just tell me what drug she's on, Millie, right? I love hugging my husband every time I catch him standing. Yeah, she insults big women. It's insane. Oh, yeah. She had a panel of her followers who paneled, they paneled up. One of them cammed up. Oh, my God. She was huge. She looked exactly how FFG's going to look in 20 years. Yes. And she got rejected by Isaac and Cobra, exactly. And, like that old witch miserable, face kind of going on. My first time flying on a plane, I was young. I was maybe 9 or 10, and my grandfather treated my mom and I to Disney, a trip to Florida. And I just remember the hotel we stayed in. I had a room for my mom and I, and my grandpa had his own room. Our room had a lot of, little lizards. There's a lot of little lizards in Florida, right? Or am I wrong? And then he took us to MGM, Disney World, Epcot Center. I remember at Disney World, I loved it there. I loved the rides. Acorn squash. I like squash. Balearic Islands, I never heard of that. Stop this flex with having a man. What?
Exactly.
How did I flex
Stupid.
having a man? What are you talking about? You're being delusional.
You did say that. Like, whoever said that's correct.
Oh my God. When I was an au pair for 6 months in Italy, my mother came to see me. My mom has a fear of flights, long flights. And this is too long for her, so. That sounds fun. My parents took us there a couple times and we went once with a band in high school. Really? The lizards are crazy everywhere. They're so cute. I remember my grandpa swatting one with a newspaper. He didn't kill it, but he's like, get out of here, you little bastard. My mom was like, don't kill it, don't. Where's your man? Having a man is no flex. I mean, no offense, but if you're just going to sit there and talk about how I can't get a man, because these reaction channels sit there, and that's what they'll criticize all day long. Meanwhile, some of them
that's
really...
not what anybody's saying. It's not the point of you can't get a man. I mean, any woman can get a man. It's called a whore.
Shouldn't be talking. Lumberjack. That comment is so weird. I don't get it. Anyways, I don't like being off camera. Actually, it's impersonal. Did you just learn that word today, Yasmin? Misogynistic. You've said it 3 or 4 times already. All right, people, word of the day. Let's have a word of the day like Pee-wee's Playhouse. Misogynistic is today's word of the day. So basically, Boozy is saying that she was a popular girl in high school and she would never talk to Chantel. Okay. I was also popular.
Oh my goodness. Here
Popular
we go.
at one point. But who gives a Listen, that's very
I'm gonna
telling,
choke.
Tiffany's. Her telling people that she was popular in high school.
I'm gonna choke. Are you kidding me right now? I was popular in high school. No, you weren't. I was. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Like I said, stunted teenager. She's never matured beyond that.
Neither
She's
are
peaked,
you.
exactly. You've just
Are
proven
you?
everything. Yay, you're stupider than we all. No, we knew you were stupid.
You
Being happy is a
literally,
flex, yes.
you literally just said I was popular in high school. You're the same thing. You every day you talk about high school memories and things that happened to you when you were in high school. You are like perpetually stuck in the 11th grade. It's weird. And now you were the popular one. I seriously doubt you were the popular one. And if you were popular, you were probably the whipping post of the high school where everybody made fun of you. That's how you were probably popular. Because didn't they used to call you House? Yeah, popular.
He wasn't. Do 8 hours of work in 2 hours so you can spend the afternoon beezing. Living eye roll? That's pretty much my thoughts exactly. Teardrop sit and spin. She looks like a bland NPC. Boyle. Especially as it's evening late, so understandable. Yeah, exactly. Sit and spin. Boost and spittles. Try judgmental. Cap on the mental part. Jeez. These people act offended when I talk about them. Like, excuse me, do you not have a channel talking about me every single day? Like, give your head a shake. I don't understand. It's so weird to me. It really is. It makes me not want to interact with most humans, honestly. I can't. I don't have the mental capacity. What do you do, baby?
Well, you don't. That's why you stay in your apartment.
Mom? Okay, come see mom. That's fine. There's lots of space.
Oh my goodness.
People are overrated. Come see mom. You. Yeah, Millie, for sure. She peaked in high school, exactly.
So did you.
She still acts like that. Like,
in
you know what
fact,
I mean?
I don't even think you ever peaked. You tried and probably didn't. That's why you still talk about the high school. Jeez, who talks about high school like this? I mean, yeah, every once in a while it might come up in a conversation or something like that. But like constantly on the daily, every story that you talk about is about high school. Damn.
She needs validation in ways that it's just like,
sounds like
normal adult women don't need.
You, literally, you.
I really don't need validation from Gore World.
Please.
On my weight, on my looks.
Please.
I mean, your opinion of me and my body and my man are dog shit. I don't care. I could give a shit less. I couldn't give a shit less. You obsess over women with kids. You are entering dangerous waters.
That's true.
Renelle,
Yes.
sorry to say this, but fuck you.
It's true.
Okay, if you're gonna... Who did I talk about with kids today? Who?
Shani.
Shani? It was on the
Just
internet
breezing.
that her boyfriend beat her kid. Fair game. If you're gonna sim for that, you need help. Sorry. Boozy. But it's okay for them to shame me for not having kids, right? So they can obsess over infertility shaming, but I can't point out shitty parenting when I see it. Yeah, you can get bent. Dangerous waters? Show up, bitch. I'm ready for you. I'm not afraid of no
Show
human.
up.
All right, you can try to kill me,
Please.
but you're not coming out unscathed. Bye.
Wow.
I'm scared
Chantal,
of you.
I'm going to say it again. Chantal, you keep doing that shit. You are going to mess with the wrong one. I am telling you. You need to stop doing that. Somebody is going to pull your card. Telling you.
What? Like, when did I come for people's kids? It just so happens that these shitty women I'm talking about have kids. Okay? Not my problem. Drive menopausal ladies. I know, they're so stupid.
I'm not. I'm actually on my period right now, so thank you. I'm not menopausal.
They're showing up for
Would
Breezy's
like
crying.
to be.
Stop talking about my kid. You literally posted a picture, Boozy, of you taking a picture in your child's, a sexy picture in your child's
Oh
mirror.
my god, here we go. The
It
same
was the shape
bullshit.
of a purple. It was a butterfly. That's all I
Who
know.
cares?
Is that not creeping your chat out?
I don't
They're
know,
coming
but
for-
you seem fixated on it. It kind of makes me think you're kind of creepy that you keep bringing it up. Her daughter and the butterfly mirror. You're the one fixated on it. Nobody else. Ew, Chantal. Pedophile much?
me for pointing that out? Please.
You seem more fixated on her daughter.
It's disgusting. I got my
Creeper.
husband watching you now, Crystal, early. Renelle, you are so mental. I don't know what you're talking about. A diddler. She's the one who took the sexy pictures. Like, I can't with stupid people. How many drugs have you done in your life that you're missing half a brain?
I've never done any drugs.
Yeah, her quality, her mic is, you can't even afford your own place. A microphone to do your job properly. I don't know, maybe you should think about getting a side hustle. Breezy, shut up. You're the one talking. She's the one talking about...
you got a side hustle now, don't you? Isn't it OF? Food videos? Or no, excuse me, Cameo food videos. Yeah, you got the side hustle.
Exactly.
With Anime Sucks.
Sarah, we would have partied. My best friend was one of the most popular girls in high school.
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah.
Get out of here. Who cares? No one cares.
You get the first baby born by donated womb. No way, really?
One of my best friends was the popular girl in high school. Yeah, that's not a flex. That's a loser. I'm sorry. If you're still like bringing that up at 41, loser.
Donated womb. That's awesome. Does FCAT have exclusivity on your likeness, or can we all make dolls of you? No, nobody has exclusivity. It's deliberately using the kids as a shield when we're talking about parenting. Exactly. Let me say that again.
How is that using kids as a shield?
It's deliberately using the kids as a shield when we're talking about parenting. No identity of knowledge about the individual kids required. Exactly. I would never sit there and dog...
That would be true. But except, wasn't it yesterday? You were soliciting your viewers to try to get them to go and get pictures of Yaba's kids and have them sent to you. So yeah, I think there's a problem there when you bring up parenting and children, because that's the type of shit that you do, Chantal. So stop trying to make it seem like you're only talking about parenting. That's not what you're doing. You're bringing in the children, and then you end up doxing the children. So yeah, shut the fuck up.
Children, okay? Like Yaba has done. She's literally called Ron's deceased child the R word. Hey, Sarah, and I don't like reliving that for him. I don't.
Okay, but why are you? Who cares? That's her shit to deal with. Why are you talking about it? That's none of your concern.
We like Ron, but he's a human being, and the fact that, you know, that's tragic when that happens to anyone. So I'm sure him hearing that on the internet all the time is just sick. You know? Talking about the parenting style, Sarah, exactly. Based on things I see on the internet, just like, you know? So. Her boyfriend that is 9.5 is her Yeah, right. She's trying to combat free speech law. She said you're probably going to die tomorrow. Ooh. We struck a nerve with Boozy. I'm going to live longer than you, bitch, just to spite you. Wait and see.
I don't know about that.
It's so, like, see, I'm the vile person. Do I talk about their deaths? When do I ever talk about when they're going to die?
I think you did that.
Yeah, I'm gross because I mentioned...
You did talk about that too, about FFG, I believe. You did talk about her death. So, you're guilty just the same.
That makes me gross, but whenever they talk about infertility and me dying, that's okay. There's nothing you could ever say to hurt my feelings, Boozy. I'm not coming from you. They say you talk about children to try and convince people they are good parents to their kids. Right. The cuddle caper. Hi, Khadija. That'll be the thing with Beck will be swept under the rug as long as they keep talking about ALR.
Exactly. You know, that's what. I'm gonna take a minute here. You know, one thing I'm gonna say is, like, I love my kids. They're my life. Am I gonna say I'm a perfect parent? No, I'm not. I've fucked up as a parent sometimes. I mean, not to the extent of like Shani and Rev fucked up, but like, yeah, I didn't do everything perfect. So, you know, for her to come on here and say that, you know, the reaction channels try to portray this image of their parenting and all that, I don't believe we all do. You know, nobody's perfect in that way.
Talks that way and probably worse around children. Yeah, exactly. Imagine her kid watching her content. That is just messed up beyond all belief. Same thing with Scabba. Like, who, like, I don't know. Look in the mirror, Boozy. Why would any woman care what you say, right? People are already defending Beck. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I don't know. Like, I haven't fully looked into what even happened, but so what happened? Basically, Beck's current...
You know, speaking of the Beck situation, since she brought it up, a lot of people got mad at me, and, you know, I read the comments and stuff like that, and it's like, I don't mind losing subscribers. I lost a few because of that. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You don't have to agree with me, and I don't have to agree with you. But the whole point of why I was so against Becky in that is there's a pattern there. And then there's just specific words that she used in that statement that kind of lead me to believe that all these people are in specific forums kind of geared towards that type of how do you want to say it, anime, because it's like cartoons and things like that dealing with children. They all kind of like, you know, dive into this world of like weird and sick shit. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Becky now like I was before. You know, good for her getting out of the relationship with Amber, you know, good for that. But then she gets with another person that's doing the same thing. Yeah, no thank you. When there's smoke, there's fire. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Said that, I don't get it, like, was trying to get children to hug her or cuddle with her. Yeah, Aurora. Apparently the worst thing you can say about someone is to disrespect them after they're dead. Yeah, well, it is pretty disrespectful, yeah, I guess. In fact, I feel sorry for all the kids that belong to these bullies. Yep, me too. Yep, therapy in the future for those kids, Sarah and Mimi, right? Sarah and Mimi, why didn't you email Spicy Mayo?
And by the way, now that I just caught myself, if I said Becky, I apologize. If I refer to her as a her or a she or whatever and not they and them, I apologize. I am 51 years old. I didn't grow up with people in the gay community or trans community or lesbian community, whatever community, in that community referring to themselves like that. I grew up with like the old gays, the old lesbians, the old trans, those type of people that do not refer to themselves in that way. This is a new thing that a lot of the young ones are doing. So if I do that by mistake, I apologize. It's not intentional. It's a new learning curve for me. So you have to give me time to get used to that. So there you go.
I am ashamed in front of my husband with YouTube. Imagine in front of my own kid. How do you explain? Mom, why are you making fun of this woman over and over and her weight and talking about her vagina? Oh, because I'm a loser, honey, and Mom can't do anything and get a real job to support you. That's exactly. He's saying he emailed you. Or she, I don't know. Okay, I think I need a cheese and a Diet Coke. I need some cheese, a Diet Coke, and Marcia, what do you think? Hey, Mike's face! By the way, Teardrop. Okay, so we watched The Mist last night. I've seen it, but Salah hasn't. And he gave it a 3 out of 10. You know why? The ending.
The ending is good.
The ending was so stupid. It pissed me off. And now we're watching Hatchet, but he fell asleep during Hatchet.
The Mist is a good movie. I like that movie.
Watch Border? Okay, I gotta remember that. The mist is coming. There's something in the mist. That stupid woman. And God is vengeful, and he is coming for us all. The Mist is really good, yeah. I like Stephen King movies. You like the ending?
When that creepy fog was going around, like, what was it, about a month or so ago? That's the first thing that came to my mind was that movie, The Mist. Things in the Fog.
Sad.
Or the original Fog movie with Adrienne Barbeau. Yeah, like if I ever had a woman crush, I swear it's Adrienne Barbeau from back in the day. That's a good movie, The Fog, the original one.
Where he's like, oh, rest stop. I forgot about that one, Lily. Breezy literally takes the worst pictures of you she can find and then puts heavily filtered pictures of herself and compares the two. You know you're a sad individual. Like I said, she needs validation from people to come in there.
So do you.
And just like, Foodie's so ugly. Luckily for me, I don't place any of my self-worth in the hands of someone like Boozy, all right?
No, you place it in your beezers, which is whatever. And like I said, I don't think you're ugly. You're just an asshole. Makes you ugly.
Severance, it's good. You have cheese also? Border, I've seen Let the Right One In. Legion with Will Smith? Breezy's filters.
Legion with Will Smith.
Oh, you're right. 1922 was another good one, Teardrop, eh? Cheese and ham toasties. The Thing, yeah. Vacancy. Yeah, Vacancy. Vacancy was good. If Boozy's sober, why does she use the beer Like, who does that? Chef Boiler D. Where would you be today if you don't meet Salah? I have no idea. Layla, nobody knows the answer to that. Only God. I really don't know, but probably not on a good path. I'd probably still be undervaluing myself with all these hookups. I don't know. All those gross hookups.
You're still doing it.
I hated my life. Like nobody was inside me.
I think you're still doing it in a way. It's just you're basking it with this Islamic cosplay. You're still doing the same thing, Chantal. Sad.
You knew how I felt. If I appeared happier to you, I don't think you really know how I felt inside. Parasocial thought, yes. Okay, I need cheese, diet soda, and sheesh. I'll be right back. Okay? Yes, teardroppy dead. It's far more positive now than it was 3 years ago. There was more negative people than positive. That's why a lot of them left, yes. In rural Canada somewhere, you've chilled out. I've only chilled out, though, because I've reverted and moved to a place without drugs, really, part of it. How's the abuse, Julia?
I mean, that's
Like,
true, actually.
I don't know.
You know what?
I
If
think
she
I
would have went to
still be on a
prison, if she would have been to prison, it would have been the same thing. Well, I don't know, because you can get drugs in prison. Well, at least here in California, you can. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. But that's the only reason why she's sober, is because she's in Kuwait. If she's in any other country that has access to illegal substances, she's going to be high every single time.
destructive path. But maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say. But who knows? It's not like Canada's, like, if I ever want to move back, like, we can, eventually, like, but I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't as happy there as people say, as people think. And yes, I used to get, like, what, 2,500, 3,000 people, exactly how many FFG gets. I think a lot of those people moved over there. I'm not like how I was back then. I think a lot of those people came for the drama.
You're still
A lot
the
of those
same.
people didn't actually like me and didn't have any interest in my well-being at all. And I realized that. And that's why I say now I don't mind if those people have left. Like, good riddance. Because I wouldn't want people...
I did actually watching it was kind of in some of the videos, PTSD, especially growing up with addicts and things like that, with abuse and all this other stuff that's gone on in my life. So yeah, I actually did care at a certain point in time. But then when the May situation came up and you were providing a false alibi, yeah, no thank you. And then once that happened, everything else kind of like started to open my eyes to how you really were. So yeah, you're still a disgusting individual.
Look at how her chat talks about me. The most disgusting things they say, some of those people. Do you think I want those kinds of people in my chat, in my life? No. They're not missed at all. So I'm okay with smaller numbers for peace of mind, So I just, my highest chats were those who, when I would do CPAP rescue and I would be going through shit, and her voice makes you rage, I know. And, no thanks. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't trade it for any amount of money, really, because I could easily go back to the same life and probably get back the same views, honestly. Hi, Victoria. Thanks, Living Eye Roll. I'm Tiffany. True, page 5. You can always... Exactly. I'm not really consistent
So
right now.
if she's saying that she can go back and get the same life and have the same type of views, does that mean that she's still in contact with the Egyptian? I don't know. I kind of think it does. It does mean that.
I'm lost a bit in life, But if I really cared about money and views, I would go back to Canada, put on a messy wig, do what I did, go get a wheelchair. There's nothing stopping me, except that I love my husband and my cat, and I love my life here, Chasing Natter, Beth, right. Believe in abuser. Yeah.
We saw it.
Yeah. Which is so contradictory.
Excuse me. We watched it all go down. You were chasing him. What are you talking about? It's not like he was chasing you.
Because so many people hated me for being with him, but they would all watch. It's so weird. None of you saw, went off camera, how he was. You saw on camera how he was too. I was chasing him, but then he forced me to stay over at his house all the time.
Please.
Okay, yeah. Hid my
When?
keys. You saw that video of me getting up to go, and him forcing me to stay. But okay. You didn't see that, right? Sure.
No. In that video, he did not force you to stay. He might have ran after you and convinced you to stay. I didn't see any force, any abusive force, any type of anything like that in that video. And I'm sure somebody's going to repost it again just to prove the point. There's no way. So stop trying to portray that relationship in a certain way. Now, I'm not a fan of this guy, And he probably did smack you around a bit. And I'm not saying that that's okay. It's not. But the way that you're trying to portray it, like you were in this long, abusive, traumatic, abusive relationship, is not the case, Chantal. It's never going to be that way. You want so bad to be a victim of something. It's sick.
You can improve your life and see the views go up if you made a drastic change. And I think it would be a different audience, Zoe. I think it would be a more positive audience. I know there's a lot of people who don't want to watch me, eat things. And I get that. It's not an audience for everyone. I mean, I do still have to eat. And realistically, I don't know. That era was hard to watch, yeah. A lot of people were like, ew, you're at his house. But then 3,000 people would be watching. And they would be making fun of me. You don't understand the cycle of trauma bond. It's of just wanting to be with the person who hurts you. Do you know what I mean?
Please.
Nobody can understand that. I didn't even understand that before I was in it, because I always just think women who would not leave abusers were weak. I would always find them weird. Oh, really?
The way she's trying to paint this using those words like trauma bond and all, these are all little words that she's learned from the internet. She's probably researched abusive relationships. This was not an abusive relationship. You cannot turn a one-night stand into an abusive relationship. Maybe you can because you were literally stalking the guy, and like I've said before, he saw a trick-ass mark and he used you. Too bad, because you're stupid. But you cannot turn that into an abusive relationship, Chantal. Come on.
You're my comfort YouTuber. Thanks, Belle. The hot and ready. Makeup and wholesome videos. Yeah, people are obsessed with drama. I lived a wild lifestyle. You can't see it when you're in it, no.
Please.
I mean, it's like you do, but you have this inner survival instinct that kicks in, and you make excuses.
Survival. She didn't live with this guy. So what are you talking about, survival instinct? This is language of somebody that actually lives with an abuser, and they have to have the survival instinct and, know certain things not to say, certain ways on how to act, certain things you get conditioned into doing in an abusive relationship to have that survival instinct. She didn't live with him. What the fuck is she talking about? She's full of shit.
And you're delusional. Yes, toxic relationships ruins judgment. They make you insane.
My God.
Especially narcissists. They make you insane. They literally will do something so horrible to you and then blame you for it and have you thinking that you were the cause of it.
That's you.
I know, teardrop. I hated, I don't know.
You never take
I
any
use the
accountability.
wheelchairs to just numb everything.
Get out of here.
You don't have to think about life. You just sit there, get high, and eat. That's basically...
You were in your own apartment doing that shit, just like you are now. What's the difference? Are you still numbing yourself? You might not have the wheelchairs, or you might have narcotics. I don't know. But you don't have the wheelchairs, but you're still numbing yourself with food. So what's the difference? Are you still traumatized? Shut up.
Only thing you do with your life, I still have problems with food, that's for sure, but...
Please.
I used to think that way until I ended up in an abusive relationship for 10 years, and I'm only trauma bonding is real. It is, Lorraine. Yeah. Yeah, because... For example, trigger warning, not to bring it up all the time, whatever, but I mean, I feel like I could, I'll bring it up if I have to, but after one of the first major times that I was actually physically abused, I expected him to be blowing up my phone later apologizing, but because he's a narcissist, I actually ended up going over to his house to see if he would apologize in person, and he was just...
I'm sorry. Is that an abusive relationship? If he's physically abusive and then you go back over there to see if he would apologize, what in the name of all that's holy? What? Why does she think that saying this is going to make people think that this was an abusive relationship? Especially the people that have actually been in abusive relationships. She is mental.
Cleaning his kitchen, looking mad, I had done something. He was defensive and mad. And he blamed me. I told you what made me act that way. I told you, you said you wanted to go home. I told you not to say that, didn't I? Blaming
She's
it on
making
you.
it up. She's literally making that up as she goes along. I'm not a fan of his, but that's bullshit. Look, I'm not saying he's done some shit, because he probably has. Did he smack her around? Yeah, he probably did. But don't embellish on it and make it seem like it was something far worse than it was. This is, I hate people like that. Not hate, that's too strong of a word. I don't like to use that word. I do not like people that do that, especially to men. Amber Lynn is famously guilty of it, and Snowflake pointed it out today. I might do a video about it later, but she's now accusing the mom's husband, fiance, stepdad, whatever you want to call him, basically of SA now by looking in her shirt and touching her and things like this. So yeah, that's a whole other thing. But I do not like people that do that, women that do that. It's fucked up.
Complacency is a state of mind that exists only in retrospect. It has to be shattered before ascertained. Yeah, I don't remember like every detail, but yeah, I know. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know. It was your fault. You made him. Yeah, like he was blaming me. Like I don't remember exactly. But I remember like that was one of the things he said.
I don't remember exactly.
It was so confusing. Yeah.
Because it's fake.
I used to cope by getting drunk and stuffing my face. Almost 400 pounds. Gaslighting, projection. Yeah, true.
He's gonna rage later, probably.
That's awful. Yeah, Dolly. I mean, that's something definitely I should be in therapy for.
For
definitely.
what?
Instead of just talking about it all the time on the internet. But honestly, I don't feel bad because I don't feel like abusive people deserve privacy. No offense. People will literally blame me and be like, you doxed him, you put him on the internet. Okay. Are you serious? Who cares? He deserves it.
Wow.
He was very dominating. Was not trust me. Yeah, I know, Bally. Yeah, I've learned a lot. Trust me.
I don't think, and you know what?
Yeah. I would
That's
need
wrong.
wheelchairs to deal with swordfish. Oh yeah. And my body was giving me hints, like the fight or flight, like that's what
And
I
I
would
mean,
sneak out.
technically, if he wanted to, he probably could use that little clip and take her to court for that. As far as like if any harassment he's gotten, he could take that little clip and sue her for that.
I've been divorced twice and feel like I'm on the third. Nicole, right? Remember I would sneak out and go down the long road all the time?
Please.
And just go comfort eat at McDonald's?
You do the same thing now.
You know?
What's the difference?
The day you went over to his house and forced you to apologize in camera, did he threaten you to do it? Not at gunpoint, but like he really guilted me. Like it was like the only way he's like, it's the only way I'll ever talk to you.
Excuse me. What do you mean it's the only way he'll ever talk to you? First of all, the reason why he made you go on camera and apologize is because you were making up this whole scenario about him, and then that you weren't going over there, and I can't even remember exactly what you made up. Something to that effect. And then when he was doing a video, you were accidentally caught on camera and people pointed it out. That's why he made you go on camera, to explain why you were there. So why are you trying to twist it like he forced you to do it? I don't think that's what happened. You're lying again, and it's literally on videotape. You're insane.
Kind of thing. Like,
wow.
He always wanted me to repair his reputation.
Such a liar,
because I would always come on and
man.
talk shit about him, but because for me, after every incident, that was it. I didn't care because I was never going back. So I would just out everything.
But you kept going back,
F
right?
you, after everything you put me through, after everything, So yeah. But I was an idiot for doing it. Hi, baby.
Man.
I was an idiot. But anyways, I'm so glad those times are over. Like I said, I get into that mind space where I remember these things, and I get that feeling, and then whenever I look around here, I just feel so safe. Oh gosh, Bill. Don't talk to Julia.
Baby! You smell.
Anyways. But that's all the past now. Okay, I'm not as happy as I should be. No, because, my health. Yeah, definitely.
It's your health.
Same here, Teardrop. I get angry, like a level of anger that, like... Honestly. No way, Missy. That's funny. What? Beth, you're such a freaking idiot. I went after him?
You did.
Okay.
Thank you, Beth.
Sure. What's your point? So me going after him and having feelings for him means I wasn't abused? Like, what's your point?
Yes, technically.
He was living with Doo-Doo and still being with me on the side. Like,
You-
he plays every single... He plays
What does that make you? That makes you a dumb bitch. That's what that makes you.
minds of every woman he's with. You don't think he's cheating on Doo-Doo right now? She probably lets him. She lets him. Because while he's with her, he talks to other women sexually all the time.
How do you know that, Chantal? How do you know that the Egyptian talks to other women all the time? Interesting. I wonder how you know that.
Like, I love these people coming in here. I knew you were going to push it, idiot.
She's
like
still
they've never
talking
made a
to
bad
him.
decision.
Guarantee
Exactly.
it.
They think that me, like,
She's she's talking to him, and it's on the DL, on the down low. She's still talking to him, 100%.
having feelings means I wasn't abused. That's what they're really just dumb with the victim shaming.
Please, you weren't a victim.
Yeah, I know, Layla.
You're a victim of yourself.
Anyway, can we move on? Danielle, yeah, I wish people would, but for me, it's something that will probably stick with me.
Keep
Like,
bringing it up.
I don't know. I guess I don't really
I
think.
don't talk about him. I never talk about him. When's the last time I talked about him? You've been talking about him every day, and multiple times in this stream. Every day you talk about him. Move on, Chantal. Oh no, why? Because you still want to be with him? Oh, okay.
About it on a day-to-day basis, actually. But whenever I do go down memory lane, it's just awful. People acting like you deserved abuse because you had feelings for him. It's evil. Right, Belle?
Nobody
That's exactly
said
how
that.
they are.
No,
they
it's
act like I
not.
was just a puppy dog simp at his ankles.
You were.
Like,
You literally were. There's literally a picture of you kissing his feet or his foot. I know there's a foot in there. Yeah, you were a simp. Pathetic. You even wrote a song, Pathetic. You're pathetic. Get out of here. What a loser you are. I don't care how loud mouth, foul mouth bullshit you come on here and say. We all witnessed it. We all watched it go down. We know what you are, loser.
please. That's how he wanted me to look.
Yeah, okay. What does that make you? That's how he wanted
Onward
you
and
to
upward
look.
with it.
That's how he wanted you to look. What is that? That says a lot about you if you're willing to lower yourself to what somebody wants you to look like. That says more about you than it does him.
Trash in the Thailand garbage room with the lizard.
Wow. Can't believe some of the things she says. It's amazing.
How does he know where her house is? Spaceman? I don't think so, Jackie. I used to be 390. Once I cut a lot of people out of my life, I instantly lost 150. Nice. You're in a marriage. What does that matter, Danielle?
Yeah, why are you talking about the other
victims
guy?
of abuse just forget that? Like,
No, but I think if you're in a marriage, I think it's kind of disgusting to be talking about, even if it was an abusive relationship, to be constantly talking about an ex boyfriend, booty call, one night stand, whatever the hell he was, to be constantly talking about it. I know if I did something like that, my husband would have a problem. So typically married women do not come online and talk about other men while they're married to a man. It's weird.
it's
not
fond
normal.
memories. Are you crazy? What the
Are
fuck?
you?
It's bad memories. None of them
Not
are fond
normal.
at all. Not even one. None. Some of us don't mind listening to you work through your past. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people who don't like it can just fuck off. Some people, I'm sure, enjoyed him being horrible to you. That's why they watched. Yeah, there's a lot of
No,
women who
I
would
didn't.
simp for him and be like, she's awful. I believe you. They're disgusting women. Women like Angel Horns and like fucking... Well, Dee Dee's one of them. She's a fucking loopy bitch.
Oh, now we're gonna attack her.
Exactly, Lorraine. I want McDonald's. And all of those bitches who wished all the worst, haha, bitch, I'm out of it. Suck it.
Are you really though?
Okay, trauma and PTSD.
Seems like your situation's a little bit worse. You have to wear what you're wearing. You're constantly in that apartment, and you have absolutely no rights as a woman living in that country, or squatting in that country, I should say. So I would say that your situation is a little bit worse.
It's just simply me becoming healthy inside and out. Nice, Kate. I'm happy for you. It takes years to process the emotions that come from abusive relationships, exactly. Can't be surprised when serial killers have groupies. Right? She still got your man. Listen to this friggin' delusional biatch. She got my man.
Yeah.
I left that man at her condo, and she has to deal with him
Please.
now, bitch. I'm thankful for Dee Dee to come into our lives. I'm so happy.
You wanted him all the way up until the day, what was it? Did you leave for Cuba? Maybe even after, and you were begging for him. Probably even after, I would say. You probably talking to him now, so stop it. He ghosted you. It wasn't the other way around. Stop it.
What a
He
loser.
got what he
That was probably
wanted.
angel
He
hands.
ghosted you.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Teardrop. I consider myself lucky to have been readily believed. Like, I'd still be 1-1 if I'd ever have to defend myself in the face of right? No way! Hopefully she doesn't know the word bitch yet. Okay. Hi, baby bones! That's so cute. Baby bones, hello. Gaga goo goo. No, I'm kidding. I feel awkward, like, when I interact with children in real life. I don't know what to say to them. Like, I try to do that peekaboo thing.
Because you have
I
no
don't know. 'Cause
motherly
of course they
instinct.
stare at me. I'm weird looking. The slander of a narcissist is so maddening, right? She was a desperate beezer, for sure. She saw me complain about him giving me gonorrhea, and she was like, I gotta get me some of that crooked teeth, scrawny, drug meth addicted, abusive man in my life.
But you kept going back for that after that. So what does that say about you, Chantal? And begging for it. Come on. Yeah, I'm not going to say, Dee Dee is in her right mind and everything, but you're worse. Come on.
Love it, yeah, and people think I'm jealous of her taking him away. Nice
She
rewriting
did.
history. That's 100% not what happened.
She did. You're jealous. Dee Dee got your man.
If I wanted to be in that situation today, I would be. I was supposed to get an apartment.
Please.
He likes to come online and say, oh, it was just for vlogging. No. What you didn't hear him was him rushing me to get a place so he could leave her condo. And then I dropped him off there, and that was it. Believe it or not, I don't give a shit.
Sure.
Scapegoat. She loves to have lunch and what? Oh, that's cute. I gotta make more vlogs then. One day she'll wake up just like you did, I hope anyway. If she didn't wake up by now, living eye roll, I mean, she let this man, like, destroy her relationship with her brother. She's lost her job, really good job. Friendships. Her friendship with Shushu.
I believe she lost her job because of you, because you doxed her job and told people to call it, didn't you? I think that's what you did. Yeah. Okay.
Is the disgusting Nosferatu wanted her friend. Oh, anyway, it's just disgusting. Yum, Tracy. She's in deep, yep. And for me to be jealous of that life, I don't miss the breakdowns. Thank you. Oh, yeah, cheese. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it does, Kate, right? Blue cheese dressing, I can't eat it plain. I have to eat it
Are
with...
we in the food portion of the video?
So there's 319 people watching. That means these beezers are good. On its way. 3D printed. Song is wonderful tonight.
If she's into the food singing crap portion of the video, I'm gonna bounce out of this crap.
You are wonderful tonight. The song makes me sad. Have you guys ever seen the movie?
Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to end it here. I think you got the idea of the live stream. I don't know. The only take I get from that, and the one thing that kind of made my brain go, is that she's still talking to the Egyptian, because how would she know that he's talking to other females? I wonder if she is one of those females, maybe with one of her sock accounts and he doesn't know it. I don't know. Or maybe she is being herself with the sock account. What was it? One of the Pondoos or whatever? Maybe she's one of those. Who knows? I still think she's talking to him. But like I said, once again, she proves herself to be a vile individual, just saying all the things that she said about people in this. She's just disgusting. So anyways, I might do another video. It might be up later, but you guys take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.